And I'm Rihanna, and welcome back to Fresh Off the Broke.
Fresh Off the Broke is about personal experiences from Asian American in a predominantly white community, Asian media, and Asian pop culture in general. Race has always been a sensitive topic. Every day, there are debates over race. With our podcast, we intend to shed light on the experiences of first-generation Asian immigrants, not put them on a pedestal.
We understand that race isn't everything, but there should be an acknowledgement of people of color, the knowledge gap, and the racial divide that will ideally be broken. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into the episode. Today's topic is Asian drinking culture. So, some of you may have noticed from the title, but we will be meeting you properly this episode.
Today's a bit of a special episode.
Stay tuned for that later in the episode.
And if you are listening to this in an audio-only format, you can find the video version of our podcast for this episode on YouTube. Fresh Off the Broke.
Yes.
Written to fame and everywhere else.
I guess to kind of explain ourselves, we obviously are doing an episode on Asian drinking culture, but since we are both of legal age in our country, we wanted to maybe show you guys a couple things, and it would be, fun for us. Also, full transparency, it's my birthday season to not give a lot of information out, but this is mainly an excuse for me and Tiffany to go get drinks together.
Yeah, Rihanna and I have not seen each other in a long time. In about a year. I actually looked back in my camera roll because we took a picture the last time we hung out, and it was actually about a year ago.
Dang.
About exactly a year ago.
Wow.
And so this was a good excuse for us to see each other again, and then at the same time, for you, our lovely listeners, to see us. If you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
If you had ever wondered.
Yeah. Oh, and also we chose to do it at a karaoke bar just simply because it would be pretty hard to film at a proper bar, and at a
it would probably
karaoke
be
bar
pretty disruptive.
Yeah, at a karaoke bar we'd have a private room. Just easier for us. Also, we can't exactly head over to each other's house or just drink at home. No, that's not an option.
I'm
So
transparent.
Yeah.
If you've been a listener of this podcast, you would know that by now.
Yeah. Anyways.
And then one last reason why we did a video part is because so some of the stuff that we'll be talking about in the episode, I'm not familiar with. / I wasn't familiar with. And so I was kind of playing or serving as the part of the audience that didn't know anything. And so there's reaction from me or questions from me regarding some of the stuff that we were trying or drinking.
To give a brief overview of Asian drinking culture, a large part of Asian drinking culture is work culture, because typically coworkers will go out after a long day of work, 9 to 5, go to a restaurant or a bar and drink together. So there's also lots of Asian cultural values that are reflected within drinking culture, which I find quite interesting. So, for example, especially in Korea, there is kind of this hierarchy or these set of rules that you need to follow when you're pouring shots or doing shots, typically of soju. For example, if you were out drinking with coworkers and maybe like your boss or a supervisor, stuff like that, you would be the one pouring for your elders per se or your higher ups. You would
The
be,
same way you do with tea.
yeah, you'd be using both hands when you pour as a sign of respect. And when you actually take the shot as a group, you would turn away or you would cover your mouth when you do the shot because, again, it's a sign of respect.
Hmm.
It's pretty big, like these kind of not necessarily rules, but things that happen when drinking. It's very prominent in like Korea and Japan. Personally, in the
Uh-huh.
Philippines, there's not really that kind of culture. It's more like, let's just drink, you know? Um, but yeah, so it really depends on what country, what place, stuff like that. Also, drinking games, I would say, are pretty different from a typical Western drinking game. So I think a pretty common one here is that there's that like drink every time this happens in a movie, or
Hmm.
drink every time this happens to this person, something like that. Typically, these
Mm.
kind of drinking games aren't really done at bars. Again, like drink if this happens in a movie, like you're literally just at home watching a movie and drinking.
Like take a shot every time.
Uh-huh.
Blah blah.
Exactly. And even games, or I don't even know if you would count them as games, but games in the Western context in bars is more just about like drinking as much alcohol as you can.
Okay.
So there's like typical like chants that you could do with people, um, that basically just end in a countdown from 10, trying to get the person to drink their whole drink from 10.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. It's hard to explain. I also like refuse to sing because I don't want to
Oh,
sing.
you don't need to do that.
Thank you. Um, but yeah, it's basically in the West, it's more about getting all of that down fast, chanting, yay. Not really a game per se. In Asian cultures, there are quite a handful of like proper games that you could play when you're in like a bar or restaurant setting while drinking.
Hmm.
I think one of the more common ones that most people might be aware of is flicking the soju cap bottle thingy. So when you open
Okay.
a bottle of soju, it's like a metal cap, and then there's this like piece of another piece of metal that you like unscrew off. So it's kind of hanging off of the bottle cap. And you just take turns passing it around, flicking it back and forth. And whoever flicks it off has to take a drink.
Also, they lose.
Yeah. I've seen versions where if you flick it off, like everybody else drinks. So you're trying to remove it.
Oh.
Stuff like that. What else? There's also games where you get like chopsticks and you kind of write like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many people, and then one of the chopsticks says king on it, and each person chooses a chopstick at random, and then whoever ends up with king for the round, they get to um like give a demand to one or two people. Like
Uh-huh.
they could say like number one and number two, you have to kiss or something like that.
Okay.
That's also another game that's played. That's not to say that people in the West don't play that, but it's typically not done as a drinking game. I've also honestly like seen that game being played at like camp and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I find it interesting that Western quote unquote drinking games are more just like we're gonna chant at you and sing and you're gonna get it down,
Mm-hmm.
while Asian drinking games are more like actual things to do and almost like having fun. Not to say that Western drinking games or drinking songs aren't fun, but Asian drinking games, like you're doing something. There is a task that you
Would
have
you
to complete.
would you say that the drinking is supplementary to the game
Um,
rather than or
it depends on the game, honestly.
uh-huh. Okay.
Because some games are like Western drinking games where it's mainly just about getting it down. But other
Mhm.
ones like the chopstick one that I was explaining with the writing king on one of them, like if the king doesn't decide that it's going to be centered around like number 3 and number 2 take a shot and more number 3 and number 2 I want you to sit beside each other, like
Ooh.
that's just a game. That's just
Right.
having fun while you're,
Yeah.
proceeding to drink.
Uh-huh.
um but regardless, both Western and Asian drinking culture, you just drink, you get it all down as much as
Hmm.
you can, and I love
I
that.
guess I guess it has something to do with party culture and
Hmm.
stuff. I mean, fraternities.
Hmm.
And sometimes I do wonder, like, especially what you were saying about working. And the thing is, I've seen it happen. One time, he's not my cousin, or maybe, I don't know, just like some distant relative of mine. We were having dinner, like a family dinner, and he ran into some colleagues or clients or whatever. And so when he was going to say hello, he had to drink wine and stuff with them, or drink whatever it was that
Hmm.
they had. And when it's a big work office culture thing where you have to drink a lot in
Hmm.
meetings, or you have to accompany your client or whoever you're talking to and drinking.
Yeah.
And so he came back basically drunk,
Dang.
right? Because I guess they just kept being like, "Hey, have another one" or whatever,
Yeah. And
because
you
they
can't
weren't
really
close to us.
refuse.
Yeah, you can't because then it's considered disrespectful and everything.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so he came back drunk, and I was just wondering how he got to that point. I mean, I guess I do know, but I was just wondering how he got to that point, and then I was also just wondering how he is gonna get him and his like wife home, and then how are they gonna deal with that after? Because
God.
I mean, think about it. Sometimes it could be on a weekday, or it
Hmm.
could be on a Sunday before the work week. I've never been I've never been hungover before because I've never drank so much that I've gotten drunk. So
Hmm.
it's not something that I have personal knowledge over
Hmm.
how it feels and what you do.
Hmm. Well, funny that you asked that question, actually, because there are very like Asian ways of treating a hangover. And personally, I don't think I've ever used them except for one that I'm going to talk about because I
Okay.
also don't really get hungover. Thank God. Um, I think I've been hungover once ever, and the only thing that I felt was like my eyes were really sensitive to light for the first couple hours that I was awake.
Uh-huh.
They kept like watering. That
Oh.
was it. I am very lucky for that and kind of wanted to flex because haha. But also like I know that we only get older and that's only gonna change. So,
Uh-huh.
you know, grasp onto your youth while you still have it, I guess. But anyways, hangover treatments. My favorite one that is specifically Asian is to just down a Pocari Sweat. Now, if you don't know what a Pocari Sweat is, it's basically just a Japanese electrolyte drink. Um,
Okay.
a lot of people use it or drink it when they're sick as well because it
Mm-hmm.
helps you like stay hydrated. Um, you can find it at any Asian supermarket. It has a really cute logo.
It kind of
or
looked like
cute
bottled
branding.
water. I always wanted
Yeah,
to
it
try
does.
one, but then I never got around to it.
See, Tiffany and I were supposed to try it in our little cameo clip. Spoilers. But we didn't get to it. And I'm kind of sad about that. Maybe we should film another one of these.
Are you just saying that?
Yes. Um, but yeah, honestly, like as someone who's tried electrolyte drinks from like Canada, I really did not like the taste. But Pocari Sweat, for some reason, I really, I will just drink that for fun. Like I like it. Um, and it's really good for helping you stay hydrated. Maybe if you drink Pocari Sweat while you are drinking, that would help too. But personally, I just drink it. It's an afterthought. I drink it the day after.
Okay.
And yeah, it helps me feel better. You don't have that like dehydrated headache if you drink this. It's good. Another one is hangover soup.
I've heard of that
Hmm.
from TV.
Yeah, this is like well, I'm sure it exists in other cultures, other from other countries, but the one that I'm thinking of specifically is Korean, like Korean hangover soup. Um, the direct translation from Korean is soup to chase a hangover, or soup to chase a hangover. So I think that translation is more like, you know how you chase drinks
Oh.
with like a non-alcoholic drink? That's
Uh-huh.
how I'm interpreting it. But maybe it just means like this soup will physically chase your hangover and get rid of it.
Right.
I don't know. But the soup is just, it has garlic, bean paste, red pepper flakes, sesame oil, seaweed, mushrooms, onions, cabbage, some beef, radish. Just your typical, like, good, hearty, filling soup ingredients. I don't think anything specifically is like, this ingredient is what will cure your hangover, because you can't really do that.
You're
That
right.
doesn't exist.
That sounds
Um,
so infomercial like.
I know. But I think again, this is more of a soup that's just good and hearty, and it's something that you could probably just have in your fridge after a day of drinking. Because it's very typical like ingredients in it for a Korean like household. So yeah, comment down below if you know other hangover soups from other places.
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to know. But here
And
in
you'll
the
be able to
West,
share with the rest of the audience.
yes, in the West, typically people just like pop an Advil or Tylenol to help the headache. And also, liquid IVs are really big here.
Oh
Now,
yeah, I always hear about those.
yeah, so I didn't know what a liquid IV was, but it's like liquid IV is not an IV like hospital thing. It's a brand,
Mm-hmm.
and it's literally just an electrolyte drink mix.
Right.
Yeah. And according to like Liquid IV, the company, they have something called cellular transport technology that helps you hydrate you faster than water would. Um,
Oh.
and I've been seeing them at Costco a lot. Like every time I see a Costco TikTok, it's always someone being like, I finally found the Liquid IVs. Um,
Really?
yeah, but again, I will stick to my Pocari Sweat because I like how it tastes. It's probably cheaper. Um, yeah,
Hmm. We're also not medical professionals, so
no, we're not. We also like,
proceed everything with caution.
yeah, we don't really have hangovers. I mean, Tiffany, you've never had enough drinks to
I'm
have a hangover,
yeah.
and honestly, like, I I'm probably just like not old enough to have that bad of a hangover to need like a day of recovery. You know what I mean?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Because it's true, like people are around our age, like not we don't really get hungover that badly.
Uh-huh.
I mean, some people do, but generally it's not as bad as if we were like 40 and drinking excessively and then waking up the next day. But yeah.
Now that we've gotten some of the background information out of the way, thanks to Brianna, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for.
Hi, I'm Tiffany,
And I'm Rihanna.
and welcome back.
Is that me? Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hopefully the audio is decent.
Mm-hmm.
This is really weird. So we're at karaoke,
Woo.
and we're gonna be drinking today. This is not monetizable at all. Not that we are.
We also do not endorse nor encourage underage drinking. We are both
Of age.
over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Is there a lock on the door?
There isn't. Okay, that's a little better.
Hi again.
Tiffany has not done shots before,
Mm-hmm.
so we will be doing that. We have a
So-
cute little shot of tequila. We don't have any salt, which is fine.
Why do we need
Our
salt?
limes. Usually you like put salt here, you lick it, and then do the shot, and then put the lime in your mouth.
And what does that do?
Nothing. We have a bottle of soju. This is gonna be rough to get down.
What is original soju? By the way, I'm not asking these questions to sound dumb. I don't drink.
I do.
That's the funny thing. I feel like people seeing us and then
Knowing what we say.
No, I don't mean no. That's not what I mean. I mean, our audience might have had a perception of us, and then now they see us, and we're like kind of opposites in a way.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think you guys already knew that. We're opposites, but we're alike where it matters.
Yeah. Oh, there is a Sapporo holding the phone out.
Oh, do you
So-
want to see it?
We'll show them later when you take a sip. You're gonna take the
Right.
first sip of everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get a snack and then we'll be back with the drinks.
Bye. Hello. Here we have.
Sapporo.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Japanese beer.
Wait,
I'm
isn't it
sure.
the same on the either side?
Yeah, I'm just turning it.
Oh, okay.
It is 5%. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Tiffany is going to take a sip because we're still waiting for the food and we don't really want to get too blasted before the food comes here. Well, I would, but that's not safe.
Okay, I'm gonna try this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that it's not performance anxiety, but I feel like I'm being watched.
Yeah, I mean, if I was drinking alcohol for the first time and I was about to post it onto the internet, well, not that you're drinking for the first time, but the first couple times, I was always very like,
This is my first time drinking for the sake of drinking. Does that make sense?
mm.
Okay. I'm gonna try this. Here we go.
I'm very.
I don't hate it. It's a little bitter. Is that? I mean, I had non-alcoholic beer one, and then I had this like fruity beer one. I didn't mind the fruity beer, but the non-alcoholic one was bitter. This,
It's very wheaty, in my opinion.
I drink this again. I mean, there's a bit of a bitter aftertaste.
I wish there was an Asahi option. We're kind of limited here.
Should we do a rating system?
Yeah.
Okay. I would drink. I mean, you saw me drink it again. On a scale of 5, I think 10 is too wide. Okay.
Yeah.
On a scale of 5, I would give that a 3.5. Wait. Because 5 would mean I'm like
You love it.
I love it,
Yeah.
right? 3.5 because three is like passing,
Mm-hmm.
and 3.5 because you saw me drink it again. I would drink it again right now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 3.5. 3.8.
I'm not gonna lie.
What?
I'll give this like a 1. But we had to. I'll drink it. Okay, to explain myself, let's get this out the frame. To explain myself, I don't like if an alcohol tastes bad
Okay.
and it's very light in its alcohol percentage. We're waiting for food, so that's why I keep looking there. If I'm going to put myself through the struggle of drinking something, because I'm very like sensitive in taste and stuff,
Okay.
I want to have results.
Results as in
Getting drunk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to feel it.
Okay.
So beer, like I could finish a whole like can or bottle, and usually that's like a lunch thing, like yay, a little buzzed after.
Okay.
Soju is only 15%. And
Oh my god, that's like the poster.
you do.
I'm wearing green. I don't know why. I don't have to hold this and
No, you
smile. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's only 16 and a half, this one. If it's original soju, I don't like the taste, like, because I know what the flavored ones taste like. So it's cheap, it's accessible, it's there. I'll drink it. I prefer the fruity ones. But this is like a 3 for me.
We haven't had. Well, I'll rate it after.
Hard liquor I like better because I only need a couple shots and then I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
Because it's like less amount of struggling to get something down for better results.
Right.
Is this what alcoholics sound like? Cut.
Hello, welcome back. We're back with a mic, which we probably could have thought to do earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is better or worse, by the way, because
This might be worse. Because the echo.
echo. I don't know why I made it anyway.
Update. How much have you drank?
Well, it was only this. And so it was just the sips of that.
Okay. I am 2 shots down.
Yeah.
No, 3 now. 3.
What?
I forgot. I did the first one, and then I did the second one in half.
When did you did the? But does that count as 1 shot?
Well, it's like the equivalent to 1 shot. I did 3 total.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
Of soju, so it's not that bad. Not to be shady, but
Not to be shady.
I think this is watered down. Because usually, if I take a whiff of this, I'm like, ugh! But it's not, like, it's a lot easier.
Right.
That could also just be, like, my sense of smell not working well, but
Okay.
there's no reason for it to not be working well.
Okay.
I'm not gonna really, like, drink all of this. But
I'm gonna try.
give us the
for
first
time.
impressions.
First impression?
Yeah.
It looks like water.
It does. Dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, don't people say that about vodka too?
I mean, yeah, vodka, soju.
Oh, it's like chemistry. You're gonna waft it. Doesn't really smell like anything.
Which is not normal. Usually you can smell that. Which is why I think it's watered down.
Okay. I'm gonna take a sip first. I don't know how to take shots. I'm also afraid of, like, not puking.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just afraid of not receiving it well, and then wanting to spit it out, not puking. Okay.
Yeah, take a small sip.
Okay.
So you know.
Oh, I don't like that. It's like I don't like that at all.
If you like hold your
Oh, if I
nose,
do this,
yeah,
do you think
you just feel it warm. Which for me personally, that warm sensation is what makes me like
want to throw up?
yeah. But
I didn't like it. If I rating system, much? One?
Whatever you want.
Because the thing is,
Smell it.
this is, I don't love this at all. I kind of want to revise my answer to 2.8. But I would drink it again. I don't love it. But I can tolerate this. I don't like the bitterness. Is all alcohol bitter? Really?
Unfortunately. I mean, if you get like a good cocktail mix, you won't be able to tell. But
Wait,
those
so
are
all
always.
alcohol is bitter?
I'm sorry.
What?
If you get-
I used to think that soju was like sweet. I'm being serious.
Like,
I
to
sound
be,
like a child, probably.
to be completely honest.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I should not have done that.
To do what? I'm gonna try and drink some more of this while you talk.
So, you can get flavored soju. Typically comes strawberry, apple mango,
I
grape.
don't like it.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, it comes in different flavors. Blueberry is good. That's the only
Okay.
one that I could like sip.
Okay.
Everything else tastes like flavored cough medicine. It's because alcohol has that like warming sensation, right? So that's why it's very yucky, in my opinion.
Oh.
I will say, the more you drink, the more you get used to it.
Right.
Hello, welcome back to our regular formatting. We wanted to film an outro in person, but to be completely honest, not that we forgot, but we were preoccupied. And I don't know if you can tell from the clips, but I drank a lot. So I was definitely not about to film an outro. But yes, we finally met you. Yay.
We hope you enjoyed the episode and that you had fun meeting us.
Mhm.
We certainly had fun meeting you, and in a
did.
way, re-meeting each other. It had been a year,
Jeez, yeah.
almost exactly on the dot, a year.
Mhm. And you guys witnessed it all.
We also wanted to give a heads up, since you might be wondering, now that we have done a face reveal and I had a whole video segment, what is gonna happen with the podcast? Are we gonna become a full video podcast? Are you gonna see our faces every week? And the short answer is no. You will not be seeing our faces every week.
Yay.
Sorry, that was really funny. You will not be seeing our faces every week. We are not, at least not at the moment, moving in the direction of having a full video podcast where we have face cams on and it's like, hey guys, blah blah blah. Welcome back to the episode.
Yeah, we don't have a setup for that.
And
we don't have the time for that.
For the most part, the point of the podcast is more focused on our stories or just educating y'all on stuff. And so it's more about the content and less about us. I mean, yes, in a lot of episodes we talk about our experience. So, oh, what was it like growing up in doing this? Or, oh, blah, blah, my experience with my parents. But it's not really about us as, I don't know, internet personalities.
Yeah, no.
And so that is one of the reasons why we're not moving to a full video format. However, now that we have done a face reveal, this opened up the opportunity for us to include more video segments in future episodes. For instance, doing more demonstrations or reactions, or I don't know, going someplace and showing y'all cool stuff, right? And it will be nice for the episode because sometimes, I mean, if we didn't have the demonstration that we did in this episode, the episode probably wouldn't have felt as complete,
Yeah.
especially with the whole point about me having never drank, and it just feels a bit more realistic, and it
Yeah.
helps enhance the episode.
Hmm.
And so, in whatever future episodes that may come, we will include some video segments. So you'll
If
see
applicable.
us a little bit more,
Yeah.
but you won't see us always.
No.
Nothing personal. Just it's for the episode, not for us.
Mhm. So be excited for that, I guess, because we are too.
Yeah, we are, and
Feels a lot more personal.
yeah, and then Rihanna and I will also get to see each other a little bit more.
Yay!
It's very hard for us to see each other.
Mhm.
And as always, thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you enjoyed meeting us, the video. We hope that was entertaining. Let us know if like what you thought. Let us know if you enjoyed the video format, because it was a bit of a different thing. We've never done that before, obviously. And so if you also think that it enhanced the video, let us know. Enhanced the episode, let us know. It helps us develop the podcast. And feel free to share any information or stories you have about Asian drinking culture. I don't know, recommend us your favorite drink.
Yeah, we'll try them.
What's your favorite flavor of soju? And if you have any personal experience with some of that work drinking culture that we were talking about, or I don't know, Asian clubbing, things like that, tell us about it. Tell the audience about it. We'd be happy to read that in the comments.
If you guys liked this episode and want to stay connected with us, check out our website in the description. It contains links to our streaming platforms such as Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and more. Follow us for more behind-the-scenes content, announcements, and other random things we decide to put on there.
See you next time. Maybe.
Maybe.
In person.
Ooh. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
I like when they're